What's up, guys? Alright, just got through Leviticus. This is probably the most boring one. It's mostly just law from Yahweh on Mount Sinai. It was about burnt offerings, grain offerings, peace offerings, sin offerings, guilt offerings, and basically everything was very symbolic. How to purify oneself, how to be clean in front of the sight of God, and how the animals that were sacrificed had to be clean without blemish, and it depended on the offering what it was. And basically this is how a lot of the priests would eat, but they wouldn't eat any fat or blood. Aaron and sons were anointed for 7 days in the tabernacle. His sons were to teach the difference between being holy and common or unholy. They labeled unclean animals and clean animals, detestable animals to eat, laws of being clean and unclean from man and woman, and the sexual immorality with families and animals and other things. They went into the laws of leprosy, and they even talked about sanitation, which I thought was really interesting, way before its time, and even healing. And basically this is all to protect the tabernacle and its sacrifices. All the sacrifices were supposed to go to the tabernacle. Then they talked about all the different Sabbaths, and then the days of the atonement, and the Feast of Unlimited, Feast of First Fruits, Feast of Weeks or Pentecost, the Feast of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, the Feast of Booths, and interesting ones, laws that I thought, like no tattoos, no prostitution, no mediums. If you're unclean, if you ejaculate, you have to wash your clothes, and then you'll be clean in the evening. Same with your wife. If she's having menstruation periods, she's unclean. A lot of stuff about this. They talked about an eye for an eye, and the Jubilee Sabbath, which is the 49th year, or 7 weeks of 7 years or whatever. That's a very holy Sabbath, and a lot of property would be returned to the original owner. And they went into great detail about that. Then he promised that you'd be very rich and abundant if you would follow these promises and be obedient. But then there would be the exact opposite if you broke the covenant. But it was mostly just all law, and I could really, this is of the 5 books of the Torah, this is the middle book. The Torah is known as the instructions or the law, depending on translation. And the Leviticus is the central book, and it really makes clear what is to be expected. My question is still, are these laws still supposed to be practiced today, or is it now a new law with the new covenant? I don't know. A lot of it still makes sense, so I don't know. I know that if you want to jump ahead, go to Hebrews. Hebrews talks about the new covenant, but I'm starting from square one, like I don't know anything, and continuing on. So Numbers is next. Thanks, bye.